So Daniel, what will help the care sector generally, as we speak about it, and all the attachments to it, what will help them with procuring technology and knowing what's out there?
For me, it's something I've talked about with your colleague Blythe before, about taking the objective view, about actually, there's so much new technology come in there. I work with technology all the time, and I get new people coming to me every day and say, and I'm never sure how to actually choose the right thing for the situation we're looking at. I want to, and I can't go through all the new vendors, all the new suppliers. I have to trust people at some point. I have to trust some reviews. I have to trust other people. And that's been a bit ad hoc so far. I can't really get all the provider reviews in one place. I think that's something we need to do to be able to be a compendium that people can dip into.
But Daniel, you've just said, as an expert in what you do, it's hard for you to know every product on the market, what works best in what circumstances, and which care providers would value which features more. How on earth do we expect leaders to care?
The trouble is, the only really way to know what technology is right for you is by tasting it yourself, by trying it yourself. Now, we've got to try and replicate that as much as we can before you start with the provider and start with the supplier. And it's important to know that actually, when you're negotiating with your supplier, and that's something that people know about, how to negotiate with suppliers, you've got to actually feed in there. There's going to be some iterative feedback, some break clauses, something like that. And that's what people need guidance on from other providers as well, from people reviewing products, how they are to deal with actually on the ground. What's the negotiations with them like? I think that's very important.
That's really interesting. So yeah, I consult the sector, and often small providers in particular ask me, Geraint, what is a useful and good rostering system or HR system or finance system for me? And I shortlist the sector, but like you, I'm independent. I'm not going to recommend one system over another, but I will shortlist. And so I spend days writing emails with links to different suppliers and a bullet point, good, bad, and ugly. And it takes a lot of my time to do that. The sector needs a trusted data set.
People trust you. I mean,
yeah.
with due respect, they should trust you, but you're still not getting all the reviews. You've got your own favorites as well. So you've got to be, people got to look at you slightly suspiciously. No, why is Geraint doing this for me? I want to get other people's views too.
So it's what you said a moment ago, it's reviews.
Yeah.
It's getting the reviews of other organizations of a similar size to you, in a similar vertical within social care, similar geography. It's about getting their views on how they're procuring, how it's gone, how implementation's gone, how quickly did benefits get moved. Yes. Okay, so that's really neat. What about that trust thing you said about?
Yeah, trust. It's really interesting. If we look at how we choose things these days now, think of the names of things. We choose Trustpilot. It's very interesting how they've named it. We need to have that trust in people. So we need to, when you're looking, you need to have an objective view that you actually trust. And that takes respect. You've got to work towards that being trusted and respected. But I think that's what we need to do in the sector, because there's so much new technology, new solutions coming in. And you mentioned one interesting thing. A few years ago, if you wanted a rostering technology or some digital care record supplier, you would go to this one place. Now, a lot of suppliers are actually adding their are enhancing their own services, are building a wider solution for you. And it's how they all fit together that people have got to be wary of. That's what I think. And that's what you've got to understand, how different products fit together. And I think that's where you add real value to the sector. And that'll come into what we do as when we're advising people in the future.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Thank you.